Welcome everyone to a new series on my channel. I am here with Soda.
Hey, how's it going?
Together, we are starting a new one chunk series together as a group Iron Man. You can see we are matching in all of our farming glory right here. What we are doing is going on a little bit of a journey. He's waiting for us. Martin gave us a task. He lost his bottomless compost bucket to one Hespori. And our goal is and our goal is to go get the bucket for him. And that is where we need to start. So we are going to go with the normal vanilla chunk rules. So I'm going to just pull up the map so you guys can see where we are starting. Before I get into explaining the tasks that we have in this chunk, I want to mention one thing quickly. We did allow the tutorial items to be used in our task chunks, calculator. We did this for a couple reasons. Mainly, we wanted to see if we knew that doing this would essentially add more grinds, so we just chose to keep them in. I can tell you which grinds it added by here when I just go over them. So the first grind we have is 5 attack, which is to equip a steel weapon. The steel weapon is dropped from the Black Knight, which is somewhere around this area over here. The second one is 1 cooking to cook anchovies. However, this is actually one of those ones that alternates, which is shrimps, anchovies, or cooked chicken. Imps wander into the chunk every now and again, so you can get cooked chicken from them. But we just chose, since we have a fishing spot right here, which we're able to use because we got the net from the tutorial items, that we'd go with raw anchovies because that is the highest level fishing requirement that we have. So we thought we might as well just have that be the cooking requirement as well, to be anchovies. Once again, the fire making, we have 30 here, and we also have 30 wood cutting. These are both again from tutorial item tools because we have an axe and we have a tinderbox, and that is the yew logs, or I guess sorry, not the yew logs, the willow logs, sorry, the willow trees that are over here where the dark wizards and the fishing spot is. The next one we have is cast magic strike. The dark wizards here drop mind runes, and the air runes are dropped by zombies in the dungeon down here. Air runes, I'm pretty sure, are also dropped by the dark knight over there. Sorry, the black knight over there. One smithing is pretty simple. Goblins can wander in, or those imps can wander in, and they both drop hammers. And if you go down here and kill a zombie down there, an armored zombie, I think to be exact, or no, sorry, it's a skeleton, and it drops bronze bars. And there's also an anvil down here, which we can then use to make ourselves a bronze dagger. We already went over the willow logs. For the best in slots, we get black robes from those guys right there again, the dark wizards. We get a cabbage cape from one of the guys in the stall here. I forget who sells it though. The steel mace, which you already mentioned earlier, from the steel weaponry over there, from the iron, not the iron. I think it was. I wish it was iron because it'd be easier to kill. But the black knight over here, the iron helm, which I think comes from the black knight, which I don't know why it doesn't drop black armor. I'm guessing the bronze square shield is probably from a zombie. The short bow is, that may be just from a tutorial. Yeah, it's a tutorial item. Spawn. The iron med helm is from the skeleton zombies. The iron arrows, I'm guessing, are from zombies as well, or skeletons. It looks like. The staff is from the dark skeletons. Sorry, the dark skeletons. Yeah, the dark wizards. I can't speak English half the time. I'm sorry, guys. And then the wizard hat is also from the dark wizards right here. And it looks like we have, if I can get this little box ticked off, it looks like for the quest we have up to step 1 for portion of interest. And finally, we have one task, which is, if we go to details, kill a zombie in the Draynor sewers. So that's pretty much the entire task list, I guess all the tasks that we have in this chunk that we will be completing. We are just going to start off with the easy one, I guess you could say. We're going to get 30 fire making and 30 wood cutting. Actually, one more thing, guys, before we go into the wood cutting and fire making grind is, how we're going to do this is all skill tasks we both are going to have to get, and the item drop task we're going to only have to get one of for the account in total to get it checked off. We're doing this to kind of, I mean, this is a normal chunk account, it's not an extreme chunk account or a supreme chunk account, so we chose to kind of, keep it more relaxed on the rule set for that. Maybe some items we will want to have both of, so we'll get both of anyways, but for the tasks being checked off, for item drops, only one of us has to get it, and for skill tasks, both of us have to get it. Now, I'll have you guys go right into the woodcutting and fire making grind. Now that we have gotten 30 woodcutting, we can go ahead and chop ourselves a willow down. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. We are still using a bronze axe after all. For all I know, this will take a few minutes, but we'll see. We'll see how long it takes, I guess. And we got the log. Now all I should have to do is light this right here, giving us the task completed. So we now have the 30 fire making and the 30 wood cutting task of chopping the wood and burning that log completed. What we're going to go ahead and do now is not get killed by the wizard and get ourselves 15 fishing to fish an anchovy up.
Chopped and burned.
Woo.
90 XP drop.
And with that, we both have completed the 30 wood cutting and 30 fire making grind.
It was hard.
Very, very hard. Now, being the big doofus that I am, I actually got myself 20 cooking, well, 15 cooking as well because I thought I was going to need that to cook anchovies. But as you can see, anchovies is actually only one cooking, which I guess makes sense because the chunk map did have us only at, one cooking requirement. So I guess we'll just go ahead and make the anchovy here. We can, if you choose to look at the chunk map, you can see there's cooked shrimp. So I technically already completed this task by cooking the shrimp, but I'm going to cook the anchovies because I want to cook the anchovies as well. So we'll just stop outside. We'll light an oak log. I guess any log would work. We will then cook the anchovies up, hopefully not burn them, and we got our first anchovies right there. So what I'm going to probably go ahead and do now is a whole bunch of combat. I think I might as well go ahead and get the combat, or at least not some of the combat tasks taken out. You can see here, oh, gotta save my chunk. With this kill right here, we should get our 5 attack, which is what is required to get this, I think the steel mace from the, I don't know if it's these guys who drop the steel mace, or if it's the guy over that drops steel mace. But now that I've gotten 5 attack, I'm probably going to go ahead and get myself, honestly, probably, I might go to 10 on goblins over here. And then after 10, I'll go 10 strength and 10 defense. And then I'll probably give myself a good old college try on the guards over here. Oh, and I actually get 2 per at the same time. So I'll probably bring you guys back in once I get 10 at each stat and we go give ourselves a good old try at the guards. I got some sad news, boys. Someone rang my doorbell. I went to check it, and when I came back, one of these guards over here has killed me. As you can see here, I did lose one of our lives. That just means I shouldn't be social and not answer doors anymore, I guess. But we did get ourselves 10 attack, strength, and defense. And I think the best way for us to kind of get back at this is, you can see this wizard wants to kill me, and I think we should just get our sword and shield and get some shrimps out and kind of take out our anger on this wizard. It A, wants to attack us, and B, it attacked us earlier, so we might as well take our anger out on the Dark Wizard for killing, or almost trying to kill us. And then we'll come back for vengeance on one of those guards in the future. But until then, we'll train up more on these guys right here. And with that, we got ourselves a kill. I guess one thing I'd like to show you guys too is that it took me 166 goblins to get the 10 attack, strength, and defense. But now that we have that, I think it's pretty clear to get more, I guess, I need more levels pretty much to even get a chance of fighting those guys over there, and probably a little bit higher to get enough to kind of kill these guards over here, or sorry, these dark wizards pretty easily. So I think I may go back to killing goblins for 5 more levels, maybe. I may end up killing these guys, but we'll see about that. I'm at least gonna get 15, 15, 15, and then I'll feel pretty easy, or I feel much more assured killing these guys. I ended up going a little bit past 15 for all stats. I actually went to 20, and in strength I kind of lost track of time and actually got 21. So I think it's a good time for us to go ahead and start killing the dark wizards now and just seeing how much easier it is to kill them now versus earlier. As you guys can see, we did a lot better, and we get a lot more runes too, which per kill. So I think we'll be able to pretty easily get ourselves much higher levels with these guys here. Now, going on to other tasks, because we did complete pretty much all of our skilling tasks, we do have to get some more combat tasks with combat drops. One of the tasks I mentioned earlier was actually getting the wizard robes. And we actually do have some of those already. Soda ended up getting some of the stuff we need for the blue wizard hat. Sorry, not the blue wizard hat, just the black wizard hat and the black robe, as well as the staff. So he did actually already complete the drop table for the wizards. I pretty sure I mentioned this already, but skilling challenges we both have to get, and drop challenges only one of us has to get. However, that may change for bosses. We may end up getting 2 of those. Like if we both want Bandos chest plates, we both get a Bandos chest plate, for example. But we'll kind of see how we word that. I think at least for right now, what we have is 1 drop per for the whole entire group counts as a check off on the box, while skills we both have to get. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to probably train up a little bit more on these guys, and then I'm going to probably get myself to 25s maybe. I could give myself a whole bunch of stack of runes too off these guys too, which would be pretty nice. And after I get that, we can bring you guys back in, and I can tell you guys what the next plan is to get, I guess, the other pieces on the task list. After training myself a whole bunch up on the Dark Wizards over here, I was able to get myself 25 attack, strength, and defense. You guys can see here I've been just, in the group chat, I've been kind of just going at it for the past little bit, getting myself the defense levels and the attack levels that I needed. If you guys are curious to go to 25 in each of these skills, so going 15 levels in total, it took me a total of 190 Dark Wizards, in case you were curious. I don't know why all the loot wasn't collected correctly, because if you look here, I got a whole bunch of more runes than it showed in there. It also didn't show the staffs I collected too. So in case you guys were worried about me not getting, some of these stuffs, I did actually get them myself, even though I said we only get them once each. I ended up just getting them anyways because I wanted to get the runes from these guys from trading on them. You guys can also see here, I'm at 673 goblin kills, which is how I was able to get to the 20 mark. If you guys remember, I think I was at 170 goblins. So about 500 goblin kills to go to 10 to 20 in each of these styles. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go down here. I'm actually going to get myself some stuff ready. I'm probably going to get myself the 5 jugs of wine and the shrimps. If you guys are curious, you can buy 5 jugs of wine right at Fortuna here. I just bought them out, which is why they're empty for 1 GP each, so it's a pretty good deal if you ask me. We're just going to run over here and go down the trapdoor, and down here there's a couple things that is pretty useful for the account, and it's actually part of the task list. I've already mentioned it a couple times before already, but down here, what we have is A, we have the zombies that you saw right there, and B, we have the anvil. Killing the... I don't think we can see them in our sight lines. Will these guys attack me? No, they won't. So I can run over here and kind of show you guys what's happening. These skeletons right here, that guy's like oh, he's an armored one. That's why he drops more. But if we look at the drops for these guys right here, you can see it doesn't show. But these guys, maybe it's the ones over here. No, but these skeletons supposedly drop bronze bars, and I'm not sure anymore because it's not saying if they do or not. But they are armored skeletons. So armored skeletons, you can see they have like the helmet and the shield on. They should be able to drop bronze bars, and there are also armored ones over here, which is the higher level zombies, which do drop the bronze square shield, which are 2 upgrades besides ones you have to get from the Black Knight over there. So I'm going to go ahead and just kill a whole bunch of those guys and kind of see. Actually, I'm kind of curious if we actually can get the drop now. I'll probably go to, I don't know, honestly, I'll probably just go to 500 kills and see if I get it within 500 kills. Of course, if I get it before, I'll bring you guys back in, but if I don't, you guys see me at 500 kills on either one of those monsters. After killing 63 zombies so far, I realized I ran out of food. I was buying wines from Fortuna too, but I didn't want to use only wines because it kept lowering my attack too much. So I went ahead and I fished, about 1,000 shrimps. You can see I do have 45 fishing right here, and I'm about to get 44, I guess, cooking relatively soon. But as I am almost done doing all my, cooking up, you can see here I do have 1,100 shrimps cooked, and I only have 160 left. What I realized was that, well, I got a message from Soda saying, hey, check your Discord. So I checked my Discord, and what do I see? A picture he sent me, a screen cap of how he already got the bronze shield and the bronze ingot. I'll show you guys right here. As you can see, he got all of it within 15 kills. 5 kills on the skeletons to get the bronze ingot, and 10 kills on the zombies to get the bronze square shield. And again, I am on 63 zombies, and I've gotten Mace the best. I've gotten 0 drops pretty much that have been good, and he's gotten pretty much all the drops he needs. So now that we have that. We have that kind of checked off, so I don't have to do it anymore. So what we're going to do next is actually go ahead and probably train up on these Dark Wizards a bit more. I'm probably going to go till 35 levels, is probably my guess. Probably 35s. And after that, we are both going to go ahead and double team the Black Knight because we can flinch it, we can safe spot it, but that might take a bit longer. So what we're going to do is one of us are going to, hit it, then we're going to safe spot it, then the other one's going to hit it 3 times and then safe spot it themselves and kind of just repeat that cycle over and over again until we kill it. It might not make sense right now with me just saying it, but once I bring you guys back in, you guys will see what I mean. I just have to wait for Soda to get online so we can kind of do this together. As I was trading up my combat stats, I realized I was getting a whole bunch of runes from the Dark Wizards, and Soda pretty much said, why don't you just go ahead and use your runes to kill the Black Mage? Sorry, the Black Knight. And I'm like, that's actually a really good idea. So he showed me I can get a little safe spot over here. I can use it to attack the Black Knight here. So we may do the flinching, but with something like this, we might not even have to because we can just, kill a whole bunch of those Dark Wizards over there and get all the runes we need to just, airstrike it to death. And hopefully we can eventually, use better spells in our spell book. Like, looks like Water Strike is next in a couple attacks. Honestly, I'll probably get Water Strike unlocked trying to kill this guy here. So what I might do is I might just give you guys a little bit of a montage of me killing this Black Knight here. And with that, we got the Black Knight killed. And now all we have to do is grind for the pieces that we need. Just to give you guys a quick reminder, the pieces I need from him is a Steel Mace, which is I think a 1 in 128 drop. I also have to get the Iron Full Helm, which I think is also actually I think the Iron Full Helm is 1 in 64 drop, but I can kind of put that on screen to make sure with you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna just just keep getting all my stuff done here, and we can kind of just keep going until we get a drop. And if we don't, we'll just go back and farm more of those Black Wizards. Sorry, Dark Wizards for more runes. Oh, guys, I am 7 kills in these Black Knights right now, as you can see here, and I got the Steel Mace. This is a 1 in 128 drop. If we look up the drops right here, you can see this is a 1 in 120. It's a rare drop. All we have to do now to complete this chunk is just get the Iron Helm. It's honestly, I wasn't expecting it to be to get it that fast. All we have to do now is get the Iron Helm, and once we do that, guys, we can finally roll. So I'm gonna bring you guys back in. Not only will we be getting our final item, but we'll probably be getting that rolling done as well. I had just gotten myself 35s in the combat, so I thought it'd be a good time to see how much runes I have. And we can see I have about actually exactly 200 casts. I wasn't expecting that to happen that nicely. So now that I have 200 casts, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to just cast them. Now, as you guys can see, I'm not going to actually use Fire Runes. I'm going to use Earth Strike, mainly because if you look at the book, Fire Strike uses 2 runes, while Earth Strike only uses 1. And Fire Strike doesn't have double the DPS, so it doesn't make sense to do it. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and choose Earth Strike instead, because it's just easier. I'm actually going to eat up 2 because I don't want to have this low of health. But I'm going to hopefully be able to get the Iron Helmet this time, but if I don't, you guys will just see me back here killing these Dark Wizards. This will probably be the last kill I have with the runes I have, so I thought I'd bring you guys back in, just in case we get the drop on this kill right here. Will we? Probably not, but it could happen. And if I don't get enough hits soon enough, I might have to start, just attacking with my Steel Mace, which I brought with me, fortunately. Okay, there we go. Let's see if we get the drop, guys. And we get coins. So, I'm going to go back, I'm going to kill Wizards till I get another 200 casts, and then we kind of just repeat the cycle till I get the drop. I just finished getting the 65th kill on the Black Knights, meaning we officially have gone dry on getting the Iron Helmet. And I was thinking, killing Dark Wizards to get the runes is great and all, but I think it is time to get into the flinching at this point. I think we are at the point where flinching will actually be faster than killing the Dark Wizards to get, I guess, the kills. So I'm going to show you guys how exactly I'm going to flinch. I might just kill a couple more of these guys, but I mean, the runes are always nice to have, but I do think it's time for us to get into actual flinching territory. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how both of us are planning on flinching this together, and then kind of just going from there. Well, so does AF King. I thought it'd be a pretty good idea to show you guys how we're doing this flinching here. And this is pretty much it. I'd attack it. What would happen now is Soda, or Coke Tiller here, would go ahead and smack the Black Knight 3 times, and we just keep switching back and forth. The aggro, so none of us will get hit. Of course, we're not doing it perfectly because I've got hit a couple times, but he's going to AFK, so I just thought I'd show you guys exactly how we're doing this. To get this quest, I think we should click on the notes board you said, right? And that's all we have to do to activate it?
Yep, just read it and you'll start it.
And with this, yes, we have the only part of Poor Son of Interest we can do. Completed. So now all we have to do is get that Iron Full Helm from the Black Knight. And I guess we'll just go back to flinching or something? That's
Yep.
all we really can do at this point. I came back from the gym today, and I made it clear that I was going to get this Iron Full Helm today. As you can see, I've been playing for 4 hours and 40 minutes. And this Black Knight here has finally given us the Iron Full Helm. It took us 93 kills. 93 kills, which is about 1.5 times, is my guess, is the drop rate of this. We didn't go too dry, but we have it now. We can now roll for our next chunk. However, I need to wait for Soda to be online to do the actual rolling. So I'm going to bring you guys back in once Soda comes back online, and we can open up the chunk map and see what our next grind is going to be. Personally, I think the chunk I want next would be... Can I move this? I guess not. I want this chunk next. I want Northern Draynor next, so we can get the rooftop unlocked. I am personally, and I guess Soda is too, planning on lamping agility to get 10 so we can start doing the Draynor course there. But we finally have the Iron Helmet, and we can go ahead and roll. I will see you guys at the rolling map. We have got the Iron Helmet here ticked off, so we can just go ahead and roll our check now. I don't know if we have the fancy roll action on, do we?
Let me check. I think we do, actually.
Okay. Well, let's just go ahead and see the roll we're going to get. As we were talking about last time, Soda and I think chunk 2 would be the best one, because we'd unlock some more fun grinds. Like, we'd unlock, I think, a 30-gate thieving grind from that chunk, and we'd also unlock agility or rooftop agility, so that's kind of our hope, but honestly, we'll take pretty much any of these chunks that we can get thrown at us. Yep.
Before you roll, make sure you check off the Iron Helm.
Oh, I just did. I just did. I'm very excited to see this happening, because I've actually never rolled a chunk live here, or I guess a second chunk, so I don't know what happens to the tasks and stuff, so I'm looking forward to this. So let's go ahead, guys, and see what we get for our second chunk. Pick chunk. Rolling, 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 and we get the exact chunk we wanted, number 2. That's actually great.
Nice.
So, this chunk is actually quite easy. The 3 tasks we have is 35 cooking, which I think both of us already have. Do you have that already?
I do.
So I have, if I pull my game back up over here, you guys can see I do have actually 44 cooking, so that we can just check off right away.
I have 37.
37, perfect. But all we have to do with this, besides that, is just get ourselves the 38 farming, or I guess the thieving requirement to thieve the master farmer, which I think one of these 2 houses here has the guy in it. So I guess we'll just do a little bit of a quick montage of us getting 38 thieving, and also do the first part of the Vampire Slayer quest line. Well, I got us 3 grapes here and 3 jugs of water. We can get that by stealing the stall over there. You can see Soda's still doing that over there. And what I thought I'd do is just get all these guys kind of made up right here, and then talk to Morgan right here to start the quest. And hopefully we can get both these tasks at the same time. We can just spam glue this to start the first step of Vampire Slayer, which we can't complete because, I mean, it leaves our chunk, so we can just turn that off. And it looks like we got 2 jugs of wine, so we have 2 of those tasks cut off now, or I guess checked off. I did realize I checked off the other task without actually making the jug of wine, so now we actually have the jug of wine made. All I have to do now is go ahead and get the 38 thieving so we can actually thieve the Master Farmer right over here. And with that, we get 38 thieving, finishing off this little mini grind here. Now all I have to do is go downstairs. We can run over ourselves right over to the market over here. Now, am I going to leave the chunk if I go this way? No, I'm not, so we're fine going over here. And all I should have to do now is come to the Master Farmer and do a little bit of thievery with him. I'm going to eat up because I don't know how much damage he does. Eat up a little bit more and do a little bit of pickpocketing. And with that, we successfully checked off the 38 farming task. What is nice about having Master Farmers unlocked now is that when we get this chunk unlocked, we have a allotment, herb, and flower patch, and we get all those seeds right from our friend, the Master Farmer. And it looks like we can pickpocket Martin as well, but we don't want to pickpocket him. He's our employer right now. We have to get his his endless bucket back. So now that we have that, I will probably put Soda's stats on here on the stream, or sorry, not in the stream, on the video so you guys see that he also got the levels too. And I guess I'll see you guys just back at the chunk map. We are here, back on the chunk map. Not gonna lie, I think I speak for both of us when I say this. That chunk took a lot longer than I thought it would. I was expecting the pickpocket to take like an hour, but it actually took like 4 or 5 hours for me to do. I'm guessing it probably took the same for you too as well.
Oh yeah, it
So
was kind of rough. What, one night and half the day, or part
yep.
of the day.
So what we can do now is we can check off the Vampire Slayer quest. We can check off the thieving because you guys saw me do that, and we can finally check off the jug of wine for cooking because you guys again did see me make the jug of wine there. Now I'm also going to put on the screen here a screenshot of Coke Tiller's stats so you guys can see that he has all the stats as well because that is one of our requirements. And I think we should go ahead and roll. I think the chunk we want next is probably 3, which is Draynor Manor, because Soda actually has a clue step there that we're hoping we can, get a lucky clue scroll. Hopefully we get like an air staff or something. But I think we're just gonna go ahead and roll and see what we get. See,
Let's go.
we are getting. Please choose faster. Okay, that's actually an interesting chunk. This is gonna be pretty much an instant reroll, not reroll, but another roll. We got 6, which is Port Sarim.
Nice.
The reason this guy's an instant reroll, I'll pull it back up on the game over here, is if we go back to the mini map over here. The only reason we can use this chunk now is we quite literally only have this small area over here, and I don't think we can use this underground passage right here, which requires 42, and that's not a. I don't have to worry about that for our chunk list. So we can just
Yeah,
go ahead.
made a Faldor diary, I believe it is. To use
Okay.
that shortcut.
So I think we should go ahead and actually just roll again because, as you guys see, we really can't do anything because we have no access to it. So I'm actually going to just I'm going to backlog these tasks. Granted, if we get 5, which is South Florida Farm, we'll have to do them anyways, but I'm just going to backlog them for now. I'm just going to go ahead and re-roll, and I can backlog those guys in a moment. So we will re-roll and see what we get. Hopefully we get that Draynor Manor as I mentioned. And we actually get Wizard's Tower. Now,
Oof.
this one actually adds a really long grind for us. As you guys can see, not only does it add 65 magic to cast Water Wave, but you can see some of these drops we have to get, which is the Rune Medhelm, I guess is one of the bigger ones you can see here. We get the Rune Medhelm in a very annoying way, and that is killing the Lesser Demon at the top of the Wizard Tower. And to do that, first of all, we actually have to use, what's it called? Telegrab. Telegrab to grab everything we can, so this is actually going to be probably one of our longer chunks, to say the least. And I think on this too, I think I'm going to end the episode right here, honestly, because this chunk I can't finish in the next, 20, 30 minutes or even one day to get in this episode, so I think I will just end it right on here. Well, guys, I just walked the chunk over there, and you can see I got the Vision music track from walking over there. And this chunk is going to look a pretty sizable grind, honestly. Our best runes are the Dark Wizards here, and if I pull up my loot tracker over here, as you guys can see, from the 1400 kills, or I guess about 1500 at this point, I've gotten this many runes, and if we just open my inventory up here quickly, I guess my bank, these are all the runes I've got, and I've pretty much only gotten 27 from that, which is like 10,000 experience. So as you guys can probably tell, I'm gonna have to kill, or so and I are both gonna have to kill probably 10, 20, 25,000 of these wizards is my guess maybe to get the runes we need. I also do honestly see us using like all these runes as well to do things like curse and stuff, just to like splash or something to just get the most experience we can out of all the runes we have. But I do see a lot of stuff like that incoming, and of course that's not even to the question that we're gonna have to use a whole bunch of things like where is it? Telegrab. It's here somewhere. Telegrab to get all the stuff from the lesser demon up there. So this is gonna be a pretty sizable chunk. I do think, guys. I do think. One thing too is I know the one chunk wasn't voted for on the poll. I just want, I guess, really Soda and I want to both do this as like a fun account thing. So this is more like a relaxed hang out that Soda and I are doing together to kind of have fun while playing this game, but also make a little bit of content off it too, so you guys can have a little bit of fun watching us play. Just a normal GIM, normal chunk Iron Man. Speaking of that too, I've never really made a video before in conjunction with someone else. So having I guess you could say, a guest speaker in this, or not a guest speaker, but like a multiple members in a group having us hang out and stuff and talking and chat. I did the best I could to kind of include all the clips I could, but I'm still kind of getting used to including other people in this because I just record myself and not have to worry about someone else. But this time it was a group Iron Man, so I had to worry about that. So please give me feedback on what you guys liked or disliked about what I did. Just give me more. I know you guys do like seeing a lot more interaction with us, but right now there's not a lot of interaction because there's a lot more solo stuff. But I did when we did the flinching over there, when we were thieving, doing stuff over there, we were doing the grabbing the quest over there. I tried including those group contents that we did do together, so you guys can see that we're doing this together. But I said I mentioned it quickly. In the next episode, you guys will see us conquer the Wizard Tower over here, no matter how long it takes us. And who knows, maybe we'll get the farming patch unlocked as well next one. We can actually start doing the tasks that we got backlogged from over there. We will both see you guys next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Leave any feedback you guys have in the comments. And yes, I will be doing a hardcore because that looks like what's going to win. So you guys can see you can look forward to seeing a hardcore on my channel as well. I have some interesting plans for that. I'm not going to go too far off the normal hardcore route, but I'm going to do a little bit different than most people do at the start because that's how I feel like rolling sometimes. So again, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next episode on my group Chunk Iron Man account where we conquer the Wizard Tower, and who knows what else is going to happen because I can't tell you just yet because I don't even know what's happening yet. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye guys!